England vs France 6-4 FIFA World Cup 2026 Bronze Final Part 1. What if a World Cup match had everything? Goals within minutes, stunning comebacks, unforgettable individual brilliance, and one final moment of magic before the curtain fell. The 2026 FIFA World Cup bronze medal match between England and France delivered exactly that. Fans expected a competitive battle, but nobody could have predicted one of the highest-scoring matches in World Cup history. 10 incredible goals, momentum swinging from one side to the other, and performances that will be remembered for years. This wasn't just a battle for third place. It was a statement, a chance for two football giants to leave the tournament with pride after heartbreaking semi-final defeats. Let's relive one of the wildest World Cup matches ever played. The atmosphere inside Miami's packed stadium was electric. Thousands of England and France supporters filled the stands, determined to witness one final chapter of their nation's World Cup journey. As the referee blew the whistle, both teams looked eager to attack. There was no cautious football here. This was about ending the tournament on a high. England wasted absolutely no time. Just over 2 minutes into the match, England won possession in midfield. Declan Rice stepped forward confidently as the French defense backed away. Nobody closed him down quickly enough. Rice looked up, saw the opportunity, and unleashed a thunderous strike from distance. The ball flew through the air before crashing into the back of the net. Goal. Only 2 minutes and 16 seconds had passed, and England already had the lead. The England supporters erupted. Players rushed toward Rice, celebrating an incredible start that immediately shocked France. Instead of settling into the match, they suddenly found themselves chasing the game almost immediately. England sensed weakness. Rather than slowing the pace, they pressed even harder. Every attack looked dangerous. Every pass carried confidence. France struggled to organize their defense as England continued to dominate possession and create chances. Only minutes later, England struck again. Ezri Konsa reacted quickest. His finish found the net. England were now 2 goals ahead. France's defense looked completely overwhelmed. Communication disappeared, positioning broke down, and England punished every mistake. The pressure kept building. Morgan Rogers received the ball and quickly found Jude Bellingham between the lines. One touch. One finish. Another goal. England had scored for the 3rd time before halftime. The French fans watched in disbelief while England celebrated what was becoming a dream performance. But England weren't done. With France completely, the cross arrived perfectly. The finish was clinical. For goals, England had produced one of the greatest first-half displays ever seen on the World Cup stage. At halftime, the scoreboard showed England leading 4-0. Many believed the match was already over. But football has a remarkable way of surprising everyone. As the second half began, France returned with a completely different attitude. Their passing became quicker. Their movement became sharper. Most importantly, they finally started attacking with confidence. Then came the moment France desperately needed. Kylian Mbappé picked up the ball near the edge of the penalty area. With one explosive burst of speed, he left his defender behind before firing a powerful shot into the corner. Goal. It was Mbappé's 9th goal of the tournament. The French captain wasn't celebrating wildly. Instead, he grabbed the ball and sprinted back toward the center circle. His message was clear. The comeback had begun. Suddenly, England looked nervous for the first time all afternoon. France pressed aggressively. Every attack created panic. A quick combination sliced through England's back line before the finish found the bottom corner. The scoreboard now read 4-2. Momentum had completely shifted. The French supporters found their voices again. Every successful tackle received massive cheers. Every attack increased belief. England needed someone to restore control before the match slipped away completely. And that moment would arrive in dramatic fashion. Part 2. England, who had looked unstoppable in the opening 45 minutes, suddenly found themselves under relentless pressure. Every French attack carried danger, and every England clearance was met with another wave of blue shirts charging forward. France believed the impossible was within reach. Then came another unforgettable moment. France worked the ball patiently through midfield before finding space on the edge of England's penalty area. A quick exchange of passes opened the defense, and the finish was calm and precise. France had scored again. The scoreboard now read England 4, France 3. From 4 goals behind, France were now just 1 goal away from completing one of the greatest World Cup comebacks ever. The stadium erupted. French supporters sensed history, while England fans could only watch nervously as their comfortable lead disappeared. England needed composure. Manager and players urged everyone to stay calm, slow the tempo, and regain control of possession. Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham began demanding the ball, trying to settle their teammates after several frantic minutes. Instead of panicking, England responded with maturity. They kept the ball moving, forcing France to chase. Every successful pass reduced the pressure and allowed England to rebuild their confidence. Then came the decisive turning point. Morgan Rogers received possession near the halfway line and immediately spotted Jed Spence making a powerful overlapping run down the right side. Rogers delivered a perfectly timed pass into his path. Spence burst into the penalty area with incredible pace. As he prepared to shoot, a French defender lunged into the challenge. Spence went down. The referee didn't hesitate. He pointed straight to the penalty spot. The England players celebrated. The pressure now rested on Bukayo Saka. Already on 2 goals, Saka had the chance to complete a memorable World Cup hat-trick. He placed the ball carefully on the spot. The stadium fell silent. The referee blew the whistle. Saka began his run-up with complete confidence. He waited for the goalkeeper to commit before calmly placing the ball into the opposite corner. Goal. The goalkeeper had no chance. Bukayo Saka had completed a magnificent World Cup hat-trick. His teammates rushed toward him in celebration as England restored their 2-goal advantage. The score was now 5-3. After such an emotional roller coaster, England finally had breathing room once again. But France refused to surrender. With time running out, they pushed every player forward in search of another comeback. The ball found Ousmane Dembélé, who reacted instantly. He controlled it beautifully before firing an unstoppable finish beyond the goalkeeper. Goal. Now it was 5-4. 9 goals had been scored. The stadium was witnessing one of the greatest spectacles in FIFA World Cup history. The final minutes became completely chaotic. Every clearance was greeted with loud cheers from England supporters. Every French attack increased the tension inside the stadium. Then, in the very last moments of the match, France launched one final desperate attack. England regained possession deep inside their own half. Declan Rice quickly released Jude Bellingham. Bellingham drove through midfield with elegance and power, gliding past exhausted defenders who could no longer keep up with his pace. As defenders closed him down, Bellingham looked up and spotted a teammate racing into space. His perfectly weighted pass split the French defense completely. England were through on goal. The finish was calm. The shot rolled beyond the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. Goal. The scoreboard changed one final time. England 6, France 4. Seconds later, the referee blew the final whistle. The match was over. England's players collapsed to the ground, exhausted after surviving one of the most dramatic matches of the tournament. Although it wasn't the World Cup final, both teams had produced a game worthy of football's biggest stage. Bukayo Saka's sensational hat-trick, Declan Rice's early thunderbolt, Jude Bellingham's world-class creativity, and the team's attacking football will be remembered as one of England's finest performances on the international stage. For France, despite the defeat, their incredible determination showed exactly why they remain one of football's elite nations. Trailing by 4 goals, they refused to give up and nearly completed a miracle comeback led by Kylian Mbappé and Ousmane Dembélé. Sometimes football isn't only about lifting the trophy. Sometimes it's about passion, resilience, courage, and giving supporters a match they will never forget. This bronze medal clash delivered all of that and more. 10 goals. Countless moments of brilliance. Relentless drama from the opening whistle to the final kick. It was the perfect ending to an unforgettable FIFA World Cup journey. If you enjoyed reliving this incredible World Cup thriller, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more football documentaries, legendary match recaps, and unforgettable World Cup stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.